SMD Law is the official law firm of the Spartan Nation. Check them out on the interwebs at smdalaw.com or at 866-529-3537. No matter where you are in the state of Michigan, Upper Peninsula, Lower Peninsula, it doesn't matter. They have an office near you. So whether you need to send a letter to an annoying neighbor, or you're a criminal and you need defense, maybe you just have problems with elder law, check them out, smdalaw.com today. The official law firm of the Spartan Nation. Call them first, then you act.
To be voted as by my teammates as this, but at the same time, the first game's next Saturday, so we're just excited about moving forward and getting to that. So,
coming off 3-9 and everything that's happened, do you think it's especially important to be a captain this year?
I would say yeah, just because I've been through the good and the bad, and I've seen how both of those feel, and I can tell you. You guys have been there too. The first 2 years here were a lot better, and I've seen how those guys led, and I saw how things went last year, and I think we'll be better. Having gone through that last year, we'll be more prepared for dealing with adversity and stuff like that this year.
Your brother is a captain here. What does that mean? First, the family lineage, and second, in terms of what you learned from him about being a leader.
Yeah, I just found that out 10 minutes ago. So I don't know. He just having him as a captain, he was a. He's my brother. I'm a little biased, but in my opinion, I think he's been one of the best captains that come through here. So I think he really did a great job of showing other guys what it's like to be a leader, and just really giving guys a blueprint for that. Not even the captains, the Eagles, just the leaders on the team. Just set a good example of how to do it the right way.
How do you think this camp went? A little different? No double sessions, day off. How do you assess that?
I would say it was a lot more fun, to be honest. Just having the Sunday off. We've all talked. We had to go 5 weeks. We'd rather go 5 weeks with the Sunday off. It's not as long and drawn out. You have something to look forward to on Sundays. You have a break, and then it's like a Monday. A fresh start. So I think the general consensus of the team was everyone liked the Sundays off and the extra week. So
Were you surprised at all by the vote with only being 2 and no third guy winning?
Sort of, not really. Had mentioned that it might be a little different this year. We've been saying we have 53, underclassmen on our team, freshmen or sophomores. So we're here for 4 months, and then it's our turn to pass the torch. So I think that'll be a good idea or a good thing to set up the next class and the next group of guys who are going to step up and lead the teams to come.
Are these 2 days welcome? A little relief, a little step away for you?
Yeah, I say we're having fun, and the 4 weeks is good, but excited to just kind of lay in my bed and do nothing. So I'm actually moving right now, so I got to do that first, and then I can relax. So.
How do you feel the offensive line is coming together over these 4 weeks, and where do you feel it's at right now?
Yeah,
week to go?
I feel really good. I feel I don't want to say I feel better than last year, but I feel pretty good about everyone who's going to be in there, going to be playing. Guys really got better. As camp went on, it wasn't the same mistakes over and over. Guys really just improved and kept improving and kept raising the levels every day. So a lot of guys are going to be a lot better players than what you saw last year, what we saw in the spring for guys who you haven't seen as much.
Do you feel like you have a set starting 5 now at this point?
Yeah, we've been rolling with the 5 we've been with, but as far as who else is going to play other than that, that's up to Coach Staten. But I have a lot of confidence in the freshman class, the redshirt freshman class, and guys like that. So looking forward to see what they can do.
I'm kind of putting you on the spot a little bit here, but 2 captains. I guess that makes a different dynamic than the past years. How do you think that will shake out in terms of voice to the rest of the guys?
I think with our team right now, I don't think just because me and Chris are the captains, I don't think anyone takes that personal or anyone's stubborn or anything like that. I think just because we have 2 named captains, I think we have a lot of leaders on our team, and those guys know who they are, and it's not going to stop because they weren't voted captain. Our Eagle Council is real strong this year, and I'm really happy with how tight we are and how everyone's been keeping everyone in check and accountable and stuff like that. So I think if anything, guys are just going to continue to step up more.
Brian, are there more?
We can be that nice guy, but at the same time, when it comes down to it, we really.
Yeah, I think the true freshman class, those guys are.
We know it.
I think those are the best true freshmen I've seen since we got here. So I think other guys see that, they feel the pressure, and it just makes everyone want to get better. But it's not as so much out there. I'd say it's more in the film room. During fall camp, usually after practice you go eat, and then you have about 2 hours off. Our O-line room's kind of the hangout spot, and everyone's in there, you know, watching film, talking about stuff, and it's not just offensive linemen, it's, you know, receivers and everybody, and, you know, when they're there asking their questions, it's, you know, helping offensive linemen understand our offense better. So I'd say the camaraderie of just that room, you know, made a lot of guys better this offseason or in fall camp.
Did you start leading after that Penn State game last year, regardless of how captain votes were going to go 8-9 months from that point? You always
no, yeah. There's
even without the title, did you feel
no.
like you do that?
There's always like a void, I'd say, once the season's over and, you know, the leaders are gone or the older guys are gone. So it's always like a week of awkwardness where it kind of shakes out, where you find out who your guys are. But and I knew that, you know, with what went down last year, someone had to get on guys, get going, and just, you know, turn the page. And I kind of took that as a responsibility, just, you know, coming in the way that I got to come into Michigan State, you know, guys who won the Rose Bowl. It shouldn't be the way that it was, you know, for other guys coming in this year. So I just want to, you know, get back to that type of attitude of teams and get back to hard work and stuff like that. And, you know, my thing wasn't really even with the wins and, you know, the losses, just getting back to the right mentality, having the right attitude and stuff like that.
I'm sure you asked this already. What does this mean to you personally to have the kind of respect from your teammates to be captain?
Yeah, you know, it's just a huge honor. You know, just something that it's going to make me a better player, you know, better leader, and be looked down to and accounted, you know, more. But at the end of the day, you know, like I told the other guys, just, you know, Saturday's game day, and a lot of leaders on this team, so I'm just excited to, you know, keep coming together as a team and, you know, keep getting better. And that doesn't stop just because fall camp's over. So,
is there anything that last year's or previous captains did or did not do that you will kind of incorporate or have learned from in terms of how you're going to go about it?
I would just say, you know, my older brother, I think, like you said, I'm a little biased, but I think he's, you know, one of the best captains to come through here that I've seen, and he's a guy who works hard and sets the lead by example, and he's do the right thing. So I'm gonna keep being myself, and, you know, I think that's the reason I was voted captain, and, you know, just keep bringing other guys along.
Coming in as a freshman, is this something that you ever imagined or wanted?
It's not really something that you know, put your goals, be a captain, but you just, you know, you work hard for 4 years, you do everything the right way and try to do it, you know, the best you can, and that's the result that comes from that, I think. So I think if you're you know, a guy who does everything the right way, leads by example, that's just, you know, in the back of your mind, that's something that, you know, you eventually kind of push into that role, the way you handle things. So.
How do you feel about your game? What kind of camp have you had personally as a player?
Yeah, I've never really had the center position. It's never, you know, been mine. I've been told on, you know, a Wednesday or a Tuesday, hey, you got to play center this week. Guys are hurt or had it for spring because Cody was out. And so I've never had to focus on center. I've always been thrown in there, and I'll get by this week, and then I'll, you know, be back in my guard spot. But it's the first time you know, it's been mine. So I think I really grew in it. You know, I was always more comfortable at, you know, guard than I was center. I was always, you know, knew the plays better at guard than center. So just playing center for the last, you know, spring ball, and now I'm just, I feel like I'm at the same mindset that I was at guard. So just confidence thing from now. So.
What is Chris's greatest leadership ability as a captain? We just asked him to tell us what yours is. What's his?
I would just say his attitude, you know, how he conducts himself, you know. He's a guy who works hard and does things the right way, and, you know, guys respect that and look up to that. So no matter, you know, really what type of person he is, you know, away from football, everyone, when we get on the field, respects him because he does it the right way and he works hard and, you know, sets it by example. So.
Higby and Beadle are a couple guys that have got on the field trying to reach their potential and so forth. How are they coming along? What advice do you have for them? And what do you see with the guys next to you there at guard?
I would say David Beadle had a really good fall camp. You know, everyone sees the season he had last year, and that's just a totally different player. You know, he's inside now, and you've been hanging out with him a lot more, and we've been, you know, talking a lot more offensive line stuff. You know, he's gonna be a good player this year, and he's really, you know, turned it up a lot. You know, being, you know, tweener, it's always kind of hard to, you know, be all into it. Not that he wasn't, but, you know, it's his time to really be the guy, you know, at his position. So I'm excited for him. And then with Tyler, you know, he was in there a lot last year, and, you know, showed that he could do some good things in there, and then he had the injury. So and he's back, you know, fully healthy, and he's another guy who, you know, got a lot better as fall camp went on, and I have a lot of confidence playing, you know, next to those guys. I have no problem, you know, no questioning their game, and I trust them, and, you know, I think they're both going to have really good years.
And what do you see in Jarvis, another Illinois guy?
Yeah, he reminds me a lot of myself, actually, other than,
we're still
he's about a head taller and could be 30 pounds heavier on the right day. But he's a young guy. At first he didn't know the plays, so he didn't know where he was going, and he's all frustrated. But he's a guy who really wants to play, and a guy who has the ability to, and put in a lot of hard work. As far as in the film room and stuff. And now, he brought a lot of the younger guys against him. Him, Jordan, Mustafa, all those guys. They do the same stuff together. So they're all on the same page right now, and all of them are so far along for true freshmen. I'm just really proud of them. A lot of guys get heavy-headed or hard-headed when they get told what to do or stuff like that, or bad things happen. But they've really pushed through the freshman wall, and they keep getting better and show they can play.
Further along than other guys who've come in their first year.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. So is the pressure now on Matt with what you and Jack have done as captains? Has he got to complete the trifecta?
I don't think so. I don't think that Jack, decided to, be good at football or, work hard to be a captain. He just wanted, Michigan State to win and, be successful on the field. So I think just his hard work, his attitude and the way he carried himself kind of gave him this opportunity. And I think he set a good example for me. And hopefully I'm doing it now for Matt. And, it's up to Matt if he wants to work hard and, stuff like that. So that's a decision, he'll have to make. And, if he has the career I think he will, I think he'll, be in this spot in a couple of years.
Chris talked about this a minute ago. What's the most important thing this team can prove on September 2nd?
We're only going to take this team to a certain point.
And we're just going to play hard. We're going to play together. We're going to be a better team this year. It doesn't matter if there's a mistake or something like that. We're going to stay together and we're going to grow together and just keep work through. So
what would you like to see the offensive line improve upon between now and the season opener?
They're going to step up on even more.
Just there, continuity more in our blocks. Just you see so much in camp, and that's against over defense. So we got that down. But a lot of guys, you move to Bowling Green plays mostly an over, a little bit of an under, and then they'll get into like a bear front. So that's stuff we see a lot. But at the same time, they have a lot of different glitches in their defense where we're not used to with our defense. So just adjusting to what other teams do and being as smooth and transition blocks as with other defenses, that gives us stuff different than our defense. So I think that's a big thing. Moving throughout the season, you're not going to get the same looks every week. Just as long as you can work through it, I think that'll be a big thing.
You feel like the line is where it needs to be at this point?
Most definitely. I think we're gelling really good, and everyone's having fun. Everyone wants to play with each other. Everyone wants to make each other better. Everyone wants to look out for each other in that room. So just like the whole attitude of the room, really.
What's the biggest difference from a year ago? You had so many guys go on to Pro Ball a year ago, and now how different is it?
Yeah, I think really the biggest thing for me is this is like the first time that I've got to play with my friends, my class, my age, the guys I hang out with. So for me, it's guys who have been around for so long, and it's finally our time to play together, and I think that's a really cool thing. You're talking about just offensive line or offensive line? Yeah, like Beetle, Cole. This is our first time where the whole line's ours, where we haven't had Conklin in our way or my brother in our way. It's our time to step up and be those guys. So I'm just excited for for that opportunity, and not that we don't want them, because they were great players here, but it's our time to step in those roles and succeed at that.
You've been here when Michigan State has had multiple offensive linemen and rotated them through maybe 7-8 guys at a time, and Mark said that that's an important part of it. You see that happening again? Do you have that kind of depth?
I think so. I think a lot of young guys are going to get a chance to play this year, so hopefully they can take that opportunity and run with it. So.